This is page 38. We're going to go to 40, chapter 4. As the heavy door shut behind him, the cloud gradually lifted from the room. Rachel moved nervously to the table and began to wrap leftover cornbread in a clean linen napkin. "Before I do anything," she said, "I must take this to Widow Brown. She's still far too weak to fend for herself. Forgive me for leaving you, Catherine, but I'll be back in no time at all." "In no time," echoed Judith bitterly, as her mother hurried out into the foggy morning. "Just as soon as she's built up the fire and made cool and tidied the whole cabin, with more than a day's work waiting here at home." "Why, Judith," Mercy rebuked her gently, "what would you have her do? You know that the Scriptures tell us about caring for the poor and the widows." "There's no Scripture saying Mother has to be the one to do all the caring for Judith retorted. "She wears herself out over people like Widow Brown. And honestly, Mercy, if Mother were ill, how many of them do you think would lift a finger to help?" "I'm sure they would," said Mercy promptly. "Besides, that's not the point. You'll give Kit a fine impression of us, Judith. And anyway, we'd better start on the work that's waiting here." Judith did not move. Her attention had turned again to the row of trunks. "Do you mean to say that every one of those trunks is full of dresses like the one you have on?" "Well, dresses and petticoats and slippers and such. You have the same things yourselves, don't you?" Mercy's laugh was a ripple of silver. "But we don't. We can't even imagine it." "I can," said Judith. "I've seen the ladies in Hartford. Kit, how soon are you going to open them?" "Right now, if you like," Kit said willingly. Mercy was shocked. "Judith, what will our cousin think of us? Besides, there's all the work to be done." "Oh, Mercy, there's always work." "I don't know," said Mercy thoughtfully. "Father says that the Lord loveth not idleness. But then the Lord doesn't send us a new cousin every day. Perhaps he would forgive us for a little rejoicing." "Oh, come, Kit, show us now," said Judith, taking advantage of her sister's uncertainty. Kit was only too willing. As the first lid opened, all constraint was gone. Kit had never known many girls her own age. Her own eagerness rose at the sight of the two eager faces so close to hers. How amazing that a cloth foot could cause such excitement! Kit felt a surge of generosity that was new and exhilarating. "Imagine," cried Judith, pulling out a handsome gown of filmy silk. 5 slits in the sleeves. Our minister preached against slit sleeves, and Father won't let us make even one. And so many ribbons and bows, and oh, Kit, a red satin petticoat. How gorgeous! Here are the gloves, Kit opened a box. "There's a pair just like mine, Judith, and a pair for you." "Mercy, please, you must take them." Judith had gloves on before the sentence was finished, and stood stretching out her slender arms admiringly. Mercy stroked hers with a timid finger and laid them gently aside. Then Judith pounced on the dresses. "Try it on," suggested Kit, seeing that Judith could scarcely take her eyes from a bright peacock blue opacity. Judith needed no urging. Dropping her own homespun skirt unashamedly on the floor, she drew the shining folds over her head.